In the month of April this year, 2025, the Philippine showbiz business was rocked in a span of 1 week due to the deaths of arguably the most renowned names in Philippine music and cinema. On the 12th of April, Pilita Corrales died in her sleep, and shortly after, on April 16, Nora Aunor succumbed to an acute respiratory failure. Life has imbued us with anxiety of impending deaths, but none expected these two stars to pass on the same week. But the intense mourning for the loss of these icons are a testament of how impactful their careers were, not only in Philippine music and cinema, but also the lives of the people they inspired through their art. However, in this age and time, new audiences are but innocent to the impact these two had in the development of Philippine pop culture. So, let's dive into what made Pilita Corrales and Nora Aunor great. Pilita was born on August 22, 1939 in Cebu to Jose Corrales y Zaragoza and Maria Garrido Manzano. Pilita's musical journey began when she went to enroll in a charm school in music in Spain. After finishing, Corrales would later find John Calvert, who would become her manager. Pilita joined John's group of performers and toured Singapore and Australia. However, Pilita would later return home after being involved in a shipwreck disaster and began singing Spanish songs in radio shows in Manila. Years later, on May 21, 1953, in a small barrio in Iriga, Camarines Sur, Nora Aunor was born. In a small age, her parents, Antonia Calbareta and Eustacio Villamayor, were very supportive of her singing career, especially her grandmother Teresa, who taught her singing. Nora grew up in poverty, with her selling peanuts and cold water on bus terminals. Her winnings on small singing competitions would only bear a little of the expenses needed to sustain their family. Her talent in singing would later find its way to Tawag ng Tanghalan, where she won champion and skyrocketed her career from then on. Pilita's voice carries the olden wind of nostalgia, reviving the slowly forgotten classical sounds during the 60s, 70s, and even 80s, when Philippine music was developing and figuring out its identity. With 135 recorded albums in her arsenal, the title given to her, Asia's Queen of Songs, is no short of well-deserved. Some of her most unforgettable singles are Kapantay Ay Langit, A Million Thanks to You, and Matud Nila. Pilita would not only venture singing but also acting when she starred in memorable classic movies like Sa Kabukiran in 1959, Your Love in the 1960s, and Gintong Recuerdo in 1965. However, it was when Pilita starred in the TV show called Evening with Pilita that she cemented herself as a regular name in TV business. On the other hand, while Nora Aunor has already proved to the audience her talent in singing, she would not become the Nora Aunor that we remember today if it was not for her acting career. Nora's acting prowess has definitely made the audience realize how they might have been witnessing a star in the making. In her most critically acclaimed and famous role in Himala in 1982, Nora played the character Elsa like she was breathing air.
Walang himala! Ang himala ay nasa puso ng tao! kaming lahat. Tayo ang gumagawa ng himala.
Then, the country would see her as arguably the best actress of her generation. The Filipino people would then praise her in classic movies like The Floor Contemplation Story in 1995 and Thy Womb in 2012. Nora's music career has also spawned some of the most recognized songs in Philippine music history, like Pearly Shells, Forever Loving You, and Ikaw Lamang Ang Aking Iibigin. Nora Aunор's most notable award would be her being named a National Artist for Film and Broadcast Arts in 2022. Pilita and Nora's art is close to my heart. Each song of them I listen takes me back to when I was staring at the window watching my grandmother take out her walis ting to tend to the fallen leaves in our backyard. She would always sing Matud Nila or even Forever Loving You when she would only stop singing when she finished her chores. I'm sure a lot of Filipinos have stories like this, and I am hopeful these stories would inspire us to never forget the time we spent with our loved ones. Truly, the loss of these great artists will forever leave a scar on the hearts of those Filipinos touched by their art. To the future generation, here they are. These are the women who raised our mothers and grandmothers. They sang the songs our loved ones hummed to, fallen in love to, and even got hurt to. Let us never forget these songs, because these songs are their songs, and their songs are our memories.
Pag-asa'y saglit na umanaw sa bakla mo na di